Well, hello everyone, it's Kari back again on the channel. Today I'm excited because it's a new year and I have my granddaughter visiting. She wanted to help me make a card today, so you're going to see her little hands doing some of the work. And I also had to leave a few of her comments in throughout the video, and you'll see. She kind of knew what she wanted to do on this card. I helped her and guided her along a little bit, but she definitely was in charge. And so we're making a New Year's card today. We're starting out with some turquoise paper and we're ink blending a darker blue around the edges. This is Uncharted Mariner. And these are her little hands that you see right here. Now, she is just learning how to do this, but if she can do it, then I think anyone could probably do this ink blending. We're using one of those larger blending brushes and going around all the edges. She kind of got tired at this point and told me to take over, so I'm going to finish inking around all the edges and then we're going to move on to the next part. Now, many of you might know that the Pantone color of the year this year is called Cloud Dancer, which is white. And I thought that was funny because it's kind of tricky to design a card with white, showing that kind of serene cloud dancer idea feel. So we're going to bring some clouds into the background here for this one. And that's going to be our nod to the color of the year and the name of the color of the year. I'm going to use this slimline stencil, which is the clouds, and we're going to add some white pigment ink up from these stencil lines. And I'm going to let my granddaughter do most of this here, but let's take a listen to what she said about it. Let's see if you like it. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Do you want to do another one?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it right here. She loved the look of these clouds and she really wanted to try it for herself. So I'm kind of guiding her along, but letting her do a lot of the work here. And I'm just holding the stencil on with my hands. That way it doesn't move. And look at how good she's doing. All right, she is definitely going to be a card maker. Or maybe at least a YouTuber, I don't know. She was really excited to hear that I had a YouTube channel. So this was really fun for us. You can see that I'm just letting her make it just with some variations of that white going up from the stencil, and I'm trying to tell her that it's easiest to go in kind of a circular motion. But she found it easier to go just kind of straight up, which is fine too. You also get a really cool look that way. So there's our cloud look. And now we're going to add some stars over the top. First, I'm going to tape this panel down. And this was the stencil we were going to use first, but I thought maybe she would want to choose a different stencil. So I'm going to ask her. So she decided on this Magic Stars stencil or Starry Night stencil. So we're going to use that. Do you want to still do this gold or do you want to do white stars?
Keep doing that gold.
You want to do the gold or white? I'm kind of thinking white might be prettier with the gray and black and blue.
What?
You want to try white or do you like gold still?
I still like the gold.
She still likes the gold. Okay, we're going to do the gold. So she decided on gold, and I'm glad that she stuck to her guns on this one because the gold turned out so pretty. And I'm just going to teach her how to add this lunar paste right through the stencil, just like this. And then she's going to take over and finish it out. This gold lunar paste adds a really beautiful sheen to the background. So let's go ahead and do the reveal. I'm going to remove those magnets, slowly peel that up, and look at that beautiful background. Here we are excited about it. See our jazz hands. Now I'm going to take the pixel stencil and I'm going to use grays and some foil for this to make it look kind of like a disco ball. And I've been wanting to do this ever since this pixel stencil came out. So what I'm going to do is start by lining it up against that little grid line on my glass mat here. And I'm going to start with Lost Shadow Distress ink. And then I'm going to put layer 2 on. This is a 3-layer stencil. So you can do lots of different colors. I'll link to some of my other videos where I did different colors of this and they all turn out just amazing. So the next one is the hickory smoke layer, and now I'm going to add the third stencil and add some transfer gel duo to that. And that way, once this dries, we can add some foil over the top and give it a little silver sheen to make it look like a disco ball. To make sure that transfer gel was all the same layer, I brought out my stencil pal and just slid it across the top of the stencil to create a nice smooth layer. Now I'm going to set that aside to dry while we color our image. And we've chosen this beautiful bear and bunny stamp, which is one of the bear collection that I love. And we're going to stamp this out. My granddaughter already knows how to use a MISTI, of course, she does. So I'm just going to set this stamp up for her and let her do the rest. She's going to go ahead and pick the stamp up with the MISTI door. And then I'll go ahead and add some Copic friendly ink to that. Today we're using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And I'm going to go ahead and ink it up and let her stamp it down. So this always turns out perfect. I want to make sure that's in the corner. Then she's going to press down and we're going to stamp it just one more time just to make sure that's nice and dark. And I think it turned out great. Now let's ask her what part she wants to color. All right, so what part do you want to color and what part do you want me to color?
I will color the bunny.
You want to color the bunny?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to use some Copic markers to color in the bunny and the bear. And this is her first time using my Copic markers. She knows these are not allowed. She's not allowed to use these. She has her own markers, colored pencils, inks, stamps, all the things. Of course, she has her own section of my craft room. But Copic markers are not allowed. So she was really excited to use my Copic markers today. I'm going to go ahead and color the skirt of the bunny, and we're going to use blues to match that background. And I'll just use a few of these blues. I think I use 4 different shades just to make it kind of darker around the edges and light around the center to feel like that cloud dancer look. So there we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish coloring the bear up off screen. We're going to color him as a black bear. That was her choice as well. And once we're finished with that, I will cut out this entire image and I'm going to fussy cut it right along that outside line because we're going to cut off the music notes. She didn't want the music notes. So we're going to cut those off, and then I'll take a black marker and go around the outside of this cut image, and that will make it look like I've cut it perfectly. At least hopefully it does. And now we're ready to start putting this image together. Now this is just about dry right here, so we can go ahead and add our foil. I'm using this silver holographic foil, which is so pretty. Look at that. It's really pretty, but this is the end of my roll, so I need to get some more of this. I love this. So I'm going to put this down, and it will stick on there because the transfer gel duo is sticky once it dries. And then I'm just going to trim it off, and my granddaughter is going to use a bone folder to just press it down. So here she is pressing that all the way down, all across, to make sure that that foil is going to adhere to just those squares that we added the duo foil or gel, the transfer gel duo to. So I'm going to peel that off and look at that beautiful result. If I missed a spot, I could just add some more of that foil and peel that off, and it's practically perfect, just like that. So I love the shine of this, and now we're going to cut it out with some circles because we want it to look like a disco ball right there in front of the bear and bunny, like they're dancing in front of a disco ball. And I'm going to ask her what size we should do now. Maybe we could cut 2 different sizes of disco balls, like one this size and one this size, and put them like this.
No, I don't think so.
So she didn't like my idea of having 2 disco balls in the background. And she really liked this smaller one. So we're going to cut out a smaller one and a larger one and see which one she likes the best. Once we cut those out, I think it will give her a better idea of the size for the card. So I'm just going to take that and run it through my die cut machine. There's the small one, there's the large one, And in the end, we ended up going with the larger one. But we're going to take a little bit of twine and add that to the top like it's dangling from the sky. And we'll just go ahead and tape that to the back of the card panel. So we've also glued down that disco ball with some liquid adhesive. Now I'm taking some foam tape and putting the bear and bunny on the foam tape. And we've stamped out a couple of sentiments, the one that says life is better when you're dancing and a happy new year sentiment. And we're going to add those to the card just like this. And now we just need to add it to a card base. So I'm going to go ahead and fold a card base and just add that to the front. And that'll be the end of our card today. Now I love how the clouds look so beautiful and bright, and those gold stars in the background with a disco ball and that silver foil. It's really, really fun. I hope you enjoyed this card that my granddaughter designed with a little bit of help from me. And I hope you enjoyed the New Year sentiment and color. This is truly a cloud dancer. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with more card inspiration to share real soon. Until then, happy crafting.